it would probably always be more than like a 7-day trip. So they probably
you think they would go for a little bit more?
yeah. So what I'm saying is that if your travel is going to take 2 days each way, then like it's probably a trip that you're going to be on for 16 days total. Cool. So if you think chop 2 off for traveling either side, you have 10 days.
Yeah.
You have 12 to 10 days.
That makes it so much nicer to plan though, because then you can just give people the time that they want, you know.
Yeah.
Because what we've been through now has been quite like nodal, you know. It's been great, and I even added those 2 down days, like, you know, Ponta de Oro down day. Here was like a down day, but there was a lot that we packed into it, you know. And to jump node to node every day between those is like it's.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed this was just, we were more checking out the spots, less checking out the exact amount of time.
Yeah, but I also wanted this trip to kind of work in a way that you'd still come out of it and felt that you hadn't been like rushed from node to node. I mean, I did a trip with my dad to Madagascar. This agent, because we work for like, you know, these airlines and stuff. So they packed in. They must have packed in like, we were there for a week because you can only like fly in and out for a week. But they packed in the amount of shit that we did. It was just too much, you know. It was amazing, like it was so experiential. But even now, like, I don't know if I really got Madagascar as nicely as I would have liked to have got it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it was too tight. Like I needed those down days where I just parked off, wrote a journal, you know, just do what you want to do. Just do like whatever, you know.
I think the thing that works really well about this trip is that there are some days where you're thinking all day, like you're doing the 4x4ing, you're being really active, and then there are days like the last 3 days, really, like where you're just chill, or like, you know, like there's like the Rhino Day where there's a lot of activities, but it's all great. That place was incredible. But then I think the idea of like being at like a beach house for 2 days where you can just chill. Like imagine if we stayed at that place. I know. I don't even know if that place is feasible. That's probably more expensive.
I think it could be. I mean, they've got a job to do too, eh?
Yeah.
So I can't. I really don't. I mean, there should be no reason why, if we can't put people into awesome places at an affordable rate, well, we shouldn't just do it. You know.
Yeah.
And I think the right kind of people will go for it.
They will, and I think at a place like that, I feel like
it's going to have to be a different price point for sure. Yeah,
like you'd want to spend more time. You'd want to spend like 2 days, be really chill, and you can advertise that as that. Be like, you know, it's a few days of adventure, a few days of chill, then a few days of adventure.
It's such an important balance, eh?
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that I tend to get wrong out of my travel more. Like it's the one thing I want to get better at is giving myself those down days. Because typically what you always do is you say, I want to start here and I want to end there. And how many days is it going to take me to get there? And then you decide, okay, it'll take me 6 days, so that's what I'm going to do. But that's stupid, eh? You should go like, okay, if I had to feasibly do it in 6, you know what? I'm going to do it in 12.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get it right.
I think if you... the thing that's going to be the most valuable is the first thing that you said the very first day, which is like, knowing that it's not just a company, there's human beings. Because I think if people know that whether it's you as like the face of it or whatever, as long as they know there's a person who loves doing this, who loves this kind of travel, who loves this kind of adventure, who is a lifelong you know, person that does water sports, if they know that there's a person behind it and that it's basically like you're giving them 10 days with a vehicle to go on this amazing trip, but you vetted all the places. I think especially with coming to Africa, people always wonder, like, I think you have less people who would just come, international travelers who would come to South Africa, rent a vehicle, and just drive for 2 weeks.
Sure.
They probably want to know, the guy that owns this lodge is great. This person's going to help you. Like, we know these people, and now you can too. Like you're passing your expertise on.
Yeah.
I think that will go a long way.
That's the thing, is like, but also share the stoke, you know, like that's like, you know, we should have young guys doing it, and they like when I was when I was skippering around the Med, I used to say to my crew every day, guys, we're not here to try and carve a career here. We're here to have a good old time. This is a year that you're going to remember in your life, which you've just had a good time. You know, You don't need to rush into like, and that's what we did. The money we made, we spent. You know, most guys had enough left to go back to the ski season, but they were just youngsters that wanted to like also just like show other people the area and enjoy doing it. You know,
I think you'll have no problem finding those kinds of people. I think it's. I mean, what you put together is a really good concept that I think you just have to tell the right people about. And
that's like the message has got to be like, for me, I don't know, like somehow we've got to say in a polite way that like if you're not really up to things potentially being a bit hard or not necessarily always perfect, don't come. Because you know it's just not going to be your holiday. You know, you don't want that sort of brochure look where somebody's sitting in a deck chair and there's turquoise waters and that's all they want for 7 days. It's just not going to be one of those things.
Well, it's nice that it's all of this. It's that, and it's the adventure.
Yeah.
But it is. I mean, I really think it wasn't hard at any point. There wasn't anything difficult about it.
No, that last ascent was, I think, quite a challenging ascent for most people.
There's that, yes. There's that.
But apart from that, I absolutely agree. Yeah.
It's not that challenging, especially, I mean, the thing that people will be thinking about every day is, where am I going to sleep? What am I going to eat?
Yeah.
And as long as you answer those questions for them, roughly, like, you're going to sleep here, and then there's a great restaurant here, or you're going to sleep here, and they're going to cater, or you're going to sleep here and you're going to get your own food.
Yeah.
I think the most critical thing will probably be
I think
making sure people know when they have to buy food.
Yeah. The trip must be 100% like it, but the buy-in, the way I want to write it out is like buy-in just the trip. But when exactly and where exactly you're going to stay is like, we're just going to make it work, you know?
I think that's the one hard part, is that some people just want to know where they're going to be. They want to have...
Para. Don't go there. It's hot.
There's certain people who, even if they want to go adventure, they're going to travel, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours to get there. They want to know they want to know where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Like, so there's some element where if you,
No, I think what my plan is like you buy in, so you buy into the experience, but then sort of 2 weeks out, that's when we'll send this like very tight thing, because now we've got it down. We know that the interests of everybody is like this, and this, so we're going to weight the trip like that and like that based on what we think this group's going to work like, and then we're going to send that like a clean like itinerary that then they will follow. But at the same time, like I'm also thinking, let's say 10 days out, you can already start seeing what the fronts are doing. And if I've got a surfing crowd that's coming, and I know they're going to get skunked, like if they go too early or later, then I would rather say, I'd even say, can we adjust the booking so that we're actually in the bush when the surf is rubbish, and then the sea when the surf is good.
That's where it comes down to. If it just comes across as like a faceless travel company, people might think that it's like kind of a scam.
Yeah.
But if it's like, hey, we know the surf here, and we know the wilderness, like this is how it works. Here's a bunch of images of all the different places you might stay.
Yeah.
Get people excited by the potential.
Yeah.
Where none of them are bad. You're just like, hey, there's this beach house, there's this, there's that.
Yeah.
Someone might go through and say, hey, I really want this one, but for 2 nights, but otherwise, like, send me where you're going to send me, and they know that you're looking out for them.
Exactly, man. And like, but invariably with this kind of adventure travel,
we are.
You might get it wrong once or twice.
Yeah.
And if you do, then like that's where like the buy-in's got to be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've been, and I was saying, the other night, we've been incredibly lucky, but I've always found travel to be like that. As long as you're open to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm open to opportunity and I'm open to cut. And then opportunity always finds you.
So you've just got to find, it's like finding those people who are like that. And like that's how my friends and I travel.
Yeah.
Like I'm the kind of person who I will book a 3-week holiday in a country I've never been,
Yeah.
and I'll only book a place to stay for the first night, and I just get there, rent a motorbike, figure it out as I go.
Yeah, because that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
But I
man.
think once you get into the world of like couples, like
Yeah,
having like a,
yeah,
you know, because this seems like a great trip for like 4 couples.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
like husband and wife pairs,
Yeah.
boyfriend girlfriend pairs to do.
Yeah.
But once you've got both men and women, and there's definitely people are going to want to relax some. Basically, if you're coming from the States,
But also, I mean, what about? I'm really hoping also they're going to get 2 brave girls that have just like come out of, you know, they work in the city or something. They like
you can
both
convince
like,
them
hey
that
man,
it's safe.
let's jump in this little chimney. There is a safari skipper around. Let's go and have a good time.
I think as long as you can convince people that it's safe, people will be down for it.
I think we can. I think it's safe. Eh?
No, it is. I'm just
Eh?
saying. I think you might have to go the extra mile
I know.
to just be like,
Yeah.
just to be clear, because there's so
Yeah.
many stereotypes that people come in with.
Yeah.
A lot of people, most people, when they travel to a new country,
No, totally, man.
there's a lot of
Right.
fear.
No, for sure.
there's a lot of people who are they just know what they've heard from movies or the news, and it's
Yeah.
normally bad things.
Yeah. No,
And so I think, I mean, to be totally honest, this trip was a complete perception shift for me, for what South Africa is, for what Africa is.
yeah.
And, you know, I'm a pretty open-minded person, but
Yep.
still, back home, I think my perception is like, Africa, hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's just going to be difficult. There's not going
Yeah.
to be infrastructure. It's
Yeah.
like when you travel through the Caribbean,
Yeah.
or like Mexico,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Because even though they know tourism brings in money, they're not good at it. They're very like you go there and there's no one you can't figure things out. There's no people to speak your language. Everything's late or broken or
Yeah.
like you go to get a boat.
Yeah,
and
but
the guy
that's
would
why
just-
the safari skipper has to be there.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing, because he's the guy who's gonna like think about that shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like at that Dow bar now, you know, just have a dude pay the bucks because it's gonna take some time. It's got a lot of fire, you know, just
Yeah.
like it's so easy. I mean, these guys will they'll lock onto that stuff so quickly anyway.
Yeah.
They'll know. I mean, they've done